The Dominion House, a haunting past of a orphanage. A grand yet brooding relic of the past stands in solemn defiance against time. Its red brick exterior, pristine landscaping, and towering presence whisper of refinement and grace, but beneath its elegant veneer, the Dominion House carries a grim legacy. Once a Masonic orphanage, built in 1923 to shelter the children and widows of distressed master masons, later opening its doors to non-Masonic orphans. What should have been a sanctuary of care and protection became a prison of cruelty, shrouded in rumors of torment, suffering, and death. By 1978, only 3 children remained within its vast halls. The doors were sealed, the rooms abandoned, but the stories never left. A legacy of shadows. Despite its rebirth as a charming bed and breakfast, the Dominion House refuses to relinquish its secrets. Guests revel in its beauty, celebrate their unions in its event halls, and toast to the future in its grand dining room. But the past lingers, silent, unseen, and waiting. Those who walk these halls today may sense an icy breach against the nape of the neck, the weight of unseen eyes, and the sorrow that clings to the very walls. Dark tales persist about those who once ruled this orphanage with an iron fist. The headmistress, a woman of towering authority, was whispered to be merciless. The children, terrified of her very presence, learned to move silently, never daring to meet her gaze. Some say she punished with severity, others claim she punished with death. One story, buried in old rumors and archival findings, tells of a 6-year-old boy who suffered a fate too grim to comprehend. He was beaten so brutally that he perished, his small body hidden beneath the basement floor. Some claim his was not the only innocent life taken by the headmistress. Others say she buried 4 children in total, their graves concealed beneath the orphanage itself. And when the Dominion House suffered plumbing issues decades later, she must have known the truth would surface. In a fit of desperation, she was seen in the basement, digging frantically, wildly, until a curious custodian caught her. The bodies were moved, some claim, to the backyard. Another version tells a more sinister tale, that a priest, not the headmistress, was responsible for the deaths. He believed that binding their souls to the land would keep them within the orphanage forever. Whatever is fact, or myth remains unclear. But one truth endures, the headmistress's aide could no longer bear the weight of the deeds she had witnessed. She climbed to the bell tower and hanged herself. And if you dare to ascend to that very tower at the stroke of midnight, you may witness her spectral form swaying from an invisible rope. A presence unforgotten. Even after years of abandonment, the Dominion House never stood empty. Shadow figures were seen slinking through the corridors, their forms shifting in the darkness. Trespassers, urban explorers who dared to step beyond the threshold, spoke of a formless entity lurking behind them, watching. One guest, recounting his wedding at the venue, told about an uninvited guest, a small boy in old-fashioned clothes, peering from the grand staircase. The bride considered it a blessing. But not all encounters are so benign. When I first entered the building, my initial awe quickly dissolved into unease. The grand staircase beckoned me forward, yet every instinct screamed to turn back. A weight, unseen but crushing, settled over me. It was not a simple discomfort, this was something oppressive, something aware. The air thickened with an unspoken warning. I had intruded where I was not welcome. No apparition revealed itself, but the sensation was undeniable. Someone was watching me. I snapped a photograph of the staircase, desperate to capture what my body already knew, the lurking unseen. Then, as if compelled by a force, we fled the building. The forgotten workshop and the mark of the past. Beyond the main building, the Dominion House still harbors remnants of its past life. The additional structures that dot the property remain stoic and silent, yet within them, remnants of sorrow echo. One such building housed the print shop, where orphan children toiled for the house to learn a trade. Their tiny hands, once meant for play, were pressed into labor. I could not determine which of the two structures once served as their workplace. Perhaps the truth, like much of this orphanage's past, wishes to remain lost. As hauntingly beautiful as the Dominion House may be, its walls hold memories of a darker time. The atrocities rumored to have occurred here, whether tales of punishment, lost souls, or the lingering presence of those who perished. And soon, I will return. Not as a visitor, but as a guest. Will I uncover the secrets of the Dominion House? Or will they remain locked within? Thank you for watching. Story time with Paranormal Tendency.